Hello everyone and welcome to my BTG CBS update channel. The massive Christmas tree in the grand living room twinkled with lights that reflected off crystal ornaments, but the real sparkle came from the tension in the air as the entire family gathered for what Anita Dupree had declared would be the best damn Dupree Christmas ever. She had just shared her devastating breast cancer diagnosis with her husband Vernon, insisting they keep it quiet for now to focus on making memories with their children, grandchildren, and extended kin. Vernon, ever the steadfast patriarch, had agreed, though his heart ached knowing this holiday might carry more weight than any before. Yet even as Anita rallied everyone around the piano for carols, whispers rippled through the room like cracks in fine china. Leslie Thomas, with her sharp instincts and lingering grudges, had spotted Vernon in secretive meetings with Sharon Winger, Anita's old bandmate from the Articulates. Convinced it was an affair, Leslie couldn't resist stirring the pot. She confided in Ted Richardson, Nicole's ex-husband, framing it as a bombshell that needed airing for the sake of honesty. Ted, perhaps seeking redemption after his own messy past or just unable to let gossip lie, took it straight to Nicole. "I thought you should know," he said solemnly over coffee, his voice low as if the walls themselves might overhear. Nicole's eyes widened, a mix of shock and vindication flashing across her face, though deep down she wondered if Ted's motives were truly pure, or just another way to insert himself back into her orbit. By the time the family assembled on Christmas Eve, the rumor had spread like wildfire through dry tinder. Nicole confronted Vernon subtly at first, pulling him aside near the mistletoe-decorated foyer. "Dad, is there something going on with you and Sharon? People are talking." Vernon chuckled it off initially, waving a hand dismissively, but when Sharon arrived to join the festivities, bringing her warm smile and a tray of homemade pecan pies, the murmurs grew louder. Anita, sensing the shift in the room's atmosphere, paused mid-laughter with her grandchildren, her intuitive gaze darting between her husband and her longtime friend. The explosion came during what was meant to be a heartfelt moment around the piano. Vernon, wanting to lift spirits amid Anita's hidden pain, suggested a special performance. He sat at the keys, fingers poised, and began playing the melody to Never Can Say Goodbye, the classic hit he'd penned years ago. The family leaned in, touched by the poignant choice, but then Ted cleared his throat awkwardly. "Vernon, before we get too deep into the music, there's something we need to address. About you and Sharon." Gasps echoed softly. Nicole nodded, her voice steady but edged with concern. "We've heard things, Dad. Secret meetings. Is it true?" The room fell silent, save for the faint crackle of the fireplace. Sharon's eyes met Vernon's in panic. They'd been so careful. Vernon stood slowly, his dignified posture unwavering even as hearts pounded around him. "An affair? Is that what this family thinks of me after all these years?" He shook his head, a sad smile forming. Sharon stepped forward, placing a reassuring hand on his arm. "It's not what you think. Vernon asked for my help with something special. For Anita." The speculation that had buzzed among fans proved spot on. Vernon, who adored surprising his wife but knew his singing voice left much to be desired, had been taking private lessons from Sharon to prepare a serenade. He'd wanted to perform an original holiday song for Anita, pouring his love into notes that might ease her unspoken fears. Anita's eyes filled with tears, not of betrayal but overwhelming emotion. She crossed to Vernon, wrapping her arms around him as the family exhaled collectively. "You silly man," she whispered, loud enough for all to hear. "All this secrecy for me?" Laughter broke the tension, apologies flowed from Ted and Nicole, and even Leslie, watching from the edges, felt a twinge of regret for her role in the chaos. The moment redeemed itself as Vernon finished the song, dedicating it to his wife with renewed passion, the lyrics now carrying the weight of their shared trials. Amid the Dupree drama, brighter lights shone elsewhere in Fairmont Crest. Danny Dupree and her husband Andre marked their first Christmas as a married couple in their cozy home, far from the family's whirlwind. Danny had transformed the space into a winter wonderland, strings of fairy lights draped over every surface, the scent of cinnamon and pine filling the air from candles she'd lit hours earlier. She knew this season hit Andre hard. The loss of his parents lingered like a shadow, making holidays a reminder of emptiness rather than fullness. "I want you to feel wrapped in love this year," she told him softly as they decorated their smaller tree together, her hand lingering on his as they hung ornaments symbolizing their journey from casual lovers to committed partners. Andre pulled her close, gratitude evident in his embrace. They'd come so far. From friends with benefits navigating complications to standing all in on their vows. That night, curled up under a blanket with hot cocoa, Dani shared stories of her own childhood Christmases, weaving in memories of Andre's parents from photos and tales he'd told her. Tears came, but so did healing laughter, and by morning, Andre woke feeling supported in a way he'd longed for. Their quiet celebration, free from external chaos, reinforced the strength they'd built, a foundation sturdy enough for whatever the new year might bring. Ted Richardson, meanwhile, faced a holiday that could have been lonely after a year of personal upheavals, gaining a daughter in Eva but losing ground in his family ties due to past mistakes. He'd attended Martin and Smitty's lively tree-trimming party with Eva, forcing smiles amid the festivities, but returned home expecting a solitary evening. Surprise knocked on his door 3 times that Christmas. First Eva, bearing leftovers and a tentative olive branch. Then Leslie, complicated as ever. But the one that lingered was Shanice, arriving with a warm smile and takeout pizza. "Thought you could use some company," she said simply, no expectations attached. They settled in for a low-key night. Movies, easy conversation, the kind that flowed without effort. "Merry Christmas, Ted," Shanice said, passing him a slice. He raised his fork in toast. "Merry Christmas to everyone." The comfort between them sparked questions. After this shared holiday, might friendship bloom into more? Ted, reflective after his turbulent year, felt a genuine pull, and Shanice's steady presence offered the kind of uncomplicated warmth he'd been missing. Finally, Eva Thomas found her own slice of holiday magic with Isaiah Hawthorne. She'd endured awkwardness at the tree-trimming party, tolerating proximity to Kat without letting old wounds flare. But Christmas brought release. At her apartment, decorated modestly but intimately, Eva and Isaiah shared the evening alone. Conversation deepened. What did a woman like her truly want? "What everyone wants," she replied softly, "connection, passion, a fresh start." Their kiss ignited, passionate and unhurried, marking a milestone in their budding romance. Clothes whispered to the floor as they drew closer, the heat between them a cozy counterpoint to the winter chill outside. For Eva, this steamy Christmas felt like claiming happiness on her terms, away from family dramas and past entanglements. As snow fell softly over Fairmont Crest that Christmas night, the Duprees and their circle navigated chaos and comfort in equal measure. Secrets cleared the air for some, while new bonds formed in quiet corners. Hearts, though edged with worry over Anita's health, beat stronger in unity. What's Christmas without a little chaos, after all? In this affluent enclave, it proved the perfect catalyst for truth, tenderness, and the promise of brighter days ahead. The holiday lights faded, but the connections kindled would illuminate the path forward, one dramatic step at a time.